We do have Christian with our winner, Wesley So.
Thank you, Maurice. Yes, I'm here for one of the most important times in this tournament, the trophy presentation. I'm joined on stage by Mr. Gilles Bethauser, the president of Colliers International. First of all, Mr. Gilles, welcome to the show. Tell us a bit about what this tournament means to be here in Paris.
We created this tournament 5 years ago, I guess. It has been a long journey with a lot of nice tournaments. Unfortunately, last year it was not happening. We are very pleased this year to have again the great players here in Paris. We are supporting with Vivendi this event for a long period, and we are very pleased about the quality of the games, the performance of Wesley and the other players. We'll talk about that. And the support of every chess fans that are happy to enjoy this event, happy to enjoy the games, beautiful moves, some mistakes, but some outstanding performance. So.
How important is it for the local community? You're a lover of chess. You've been supporting the French Federation and MVL for so many years. What does that mean for the local community?
For the French players to have a very good, let's say, top performance, that means a lot. We have a new generation that is arriving, and probably in 5 to 10 years from now, it will be a new gen that will probably challenge even people like Wesley. So we are very proud of that. In terms of events, to have the Grand Chess Tour in Paris is very important. During many years, France didn't have a chance to have a great tournament. Since 5 years, as I mentioned, we have the top quality players arriving in Paris, playing in Paris, I think enjoying being in Paris, even if the weather has been so beautiful in the last days. So that means a lot, and I hope we can generate some more, let's say, optimism within the French young team. But it will be a tough challenge to, again, people such as Wesley, so great players. So
probably Alireza will play for France one day.
Yeah, that could be a huge lift for the French team.
Mr. Bethauser, I think it's ready, Wesley, to get his trophy.
Thank you so much.
I am very pleased to give that trophy to Wesley. I had a chance to play Blitz with Wesley. He destroyed me before the tournament. It's not a surprise. But congrats for your performance. Your level was outstanding. Today you destroy almost everybody, so it was very impressive. And for all the fans, you provide an outstanding consistency in your games, some tricky moves. I cannot understand everything you do, but it's beautiful. So congrats, and happy to and probably hoping you will come next year in Paris.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you, Wesley.
Wesley, what does this mean to you?
Well, it's very huge. I've never really won this game before. And so I'm just very happy right now. It's incredible. Never expected to win. And if I can have a few words, I'd like to thank many people. I mean, I'm sure I'll miss a lot of names. But first, I'd like to thank the Lord Jesus for letting me win. I mean, I think today I scored +4, 7 out, or +5, 7 out of 9, which never really happened before. Usually in past events, I finish in the middle of the table in Grand Chess Tour events. So this is very pleasing and totally unexpected. I mean, of course, I prepared hard for the event, but everyone prepares hard in this event. And I'd like to thank many people. First, I'd like to thank Gilles Bethauser and also our wonderful sponsors for hosting this event in the middle of the pandemic. So Colliers International, Vivendi, also Mobilier National. I played in Paris back in 2016, so 5 or 6 years ago, and it's always a pleasure to come back to Paris. It's one of me and my mother's favorite place to go to. I'd also like to thank my mother, by the way, Lotus Keith. She's here encouraging me every game. And I've been a chess professional 6.5 years now, and I think you really need somebody. So I'd like to thank my family. And of course, I'd like to thank the Grantchester people, the sponsors, Rex and Jeannie Singfield, for making this event possible. I think it's a big deal to have this over the board in the middle of the pandemic, and it's still not going down. So I hope the world will be better soon. We can go back to over the board chess. Also, I'd like to thank Tony Rich, Teresa, and also the broadcast people. I don't know all the names, but I'd like to thank you, Christian, also Almira, Kevin here, and Brian. Also the folks back in St. Louis, Yasser, Maurice, of course, Alejandro, and probably missing one. But I will be playing the next Grantchester leg in St. Louis, and St. Louis is a second home to me. So I'd like to thank everyone, and very excited. Also, I'd like to thank the participants here. Grantchester really is a big deal. It's been going on for 5 or 6 years now, but it is a big deal for players really like me, because before chess was a bit dying maybe 12 years ago. There were not so many tournaments, but right now chess has really been booming online and also over the board, because Grantchester gives players like me a set of tournaments, 4 or 5 tournaments a year, and we know exactly our calendar. We know who we're playing against. We're not playing scrubs. These are the very best people in the world. And I mean, of course, Magnus is not here. He's preparing for his match. But we have ex-world champion Vladimir Kramnik. It's a big honor to play him. Also in Croatia, we have ex-world champion Garry Kasparov, who is I consider him to be the best chess player who ever lived. So big shout out to him too for making this event possible.
Speaking of legends, you had one challenger, Jan Nepomniachtchi, nipping at your toes all throughout the event.
That's
How
true.
difficult was that race?
Yeah, very difficult, because every single day he's half a point behind. I think he had a couple of chances to win the tournament. The turning point really was the second rapid game when he lost to Maxime. So I'd like to thank Maxime, of course, MVL, the French #1, because he's really the player who's helped me the most in this event. He beat Ian, I think, once on that rapid game, and then drew him once yesterday. So he's really helped me a lot. I mean, if Ian won that round 6 on the rapid, he'd have +3 or +6, considering it's double. So I think he'd pretty much have the tournament in his bag. Also, so I thought that was turn point. But of course, very difficult when he's only half a point. I thought coming to today's match, I thought he had slightly better chance, because he's supposedly a superior blitz player. But somehow today was just my day, and this was my tournament, because everything went well.
Always in control. Your winner, ladies and gentlemen, Wesley So.